Hey guys, Peter here, and tonight I'm going to be showing you Age of Empires Online. So this game is pretty cool. It's on, it has cartoony graphics, and it has pretty cool animation. It's based off Age of Empires 2, and even if you do know how to play those games, Age of Empires, this game's a little bit different since they had to make it online. So I'm gonna make 4 videos, I believe, for now. One showing you kind of like the capital, well, kind of showing you this and talking about the basic game. 2 actually showing you gameplay and kind of what you do in the game, and 3 showing you a big battle, and probably the 4th one is the things I'm gonna, like, if I forget some stuff, and if you guys commented, I'll be glad. So, give me a minute, we can just take a sip of water. And, okay, so, in this game there are 3 different civilizations. They're adding the 4th one soon. It's Egyptians, Persians, and Greeks. I'm playing as the Greeks. The Egyptians, they're pretty cool too. I never really played at them. And the Persians, I'm thinking they're like really good, better than the Egyptians. So you can play the game for free. You get you pretty much get everything that a regular person gets, except they really limit you on what items you can use. And as soon as like, oh, you can't build this unit, you can't build this building, you can't use that item, buy this game, I'm like, fine, I'm gonna go buy the game. Now, I'll look, that guy's unlocked. So the game is only 20 bucks. It's pretty good. It's worth the money. The only bad thing about it is it gets too repetitive with the missions. They all kind of start looking the same and blah blah blah. But now they've been adding like skirmish mode and PvP. Oh, yeah, look, they're fighting. Why is he beating on a woman? That's messed up. So, oh look, they just stopped. But they're adding like skirmish and PvP, and if you really have a lot of money or you're a big spender, you can buy a lot of add-ons. Now, I believe this guy is the one that sells them. Yep. So as you can see, the Persian civilization pack, you can buy them here. They sell you like Empire, like for the looks. And there's also some really cool things. They sell you like Defense of Crete. It's pretty much like waves of enemies coming at your city and you have to hold them off. And there's some other add-ons like that that are pretty cool. They're about like 5 to 10 bucks each. So if you have a lot of money, you can spend it. But let me talk about the game now. Let's see. When you start off, you have a couple buildings. You have this one, I believe this one, and that one. So this building, it's kind of the upgrade building. Every time you level up, you get 3 upgrade points. Then you can put them in here. So I have all of these and all of these. And it's split up into 3 different tabs, as you can see. Now, this building, like I showed you, is the one that sells stuff, and this building is where you can buy stuff with special points. I'm going to talk a little bit about those in a minute. So the game is kind of, there's like these buildings, this pretty much the warehouses. What you can do in the game is like, you have the game money, you trade with other players for materials or items, depending if you want to make the material or if you want to like just get the item. And then you can equip it on your units or buildings that are actually in game, like when you do missions, that will improve them. For example, like my guy does 13.2% more damage and stuff like that. Now all these extra buildings that you see, these are warehouses, pretty much inventory space. This building doesn't really do anything, it's just there to make it look good. And my city is actually small compared to others. Let me see real quick if I can find. Yeah, he doesn't. But there's some people, if you look around, they have level 40 cities, and they have like giant cities. and they like have everything organized and stuff like that. And you also get random maps. Now in this map, you will not be doing any fighting, you won't be doing anything, but mostly checking for resources. Now what you do is, when you start the game, you should buy a couple of these from one of the stores that you get. There are in-game stores that sell you various items, like this one sells you items for your units right away. This one sells you recipes, so you can make the items. This one sells you recipes for items, and there's like a lot of different ones. So you can buy all of these, you can buy all of this. And then to get the raw material to make the recipes and make the items, pretty much you have these workshops. So I think every player has a workshop. I haven't seen one that doesn't. So pretty much what you do is you just pick what you want to make. You will have this at level 1, and then you just do start and we'll build it up to 500, and then we'll stop making it. You can pick it up at any time. We'll just push your inventory. Workshops, you can use them to make items. For example, I believe when you get to like level 5 or something, it's after level 5, I know that, you get a building like this, and it's the crafting hall. You can pick what type of like schools you want to go into, and I got infantry and construction. Then you get these 2 buildings. Now never mind, you have to buy the 2 buildings, and then you can make the recipes, which you can use on your units or buildings in the actual game, which give you bonuses. Now I don't do all of that because you need like different recipes, different raw material that you need to buy. I just like provide it. I make plenty of money off that, and most of the time, like probably the only thing you will be spending the money on are items. And so just like build a couple of these, start making some raw material and sell it to players. Now never sell it to stores unless you really need like that extra 10 points or something, because they rip you off. Like this sell price for 100 coins. You can sell it to a player easily for 300. So the stores really rip you off. But then again, some players might try to rip you off, so just kind of check with other people. And let's go back to these buildings. Now, this building, every time you level up, I think I mentioned this, you get 3 points. You have a couple things started off like the docks, the town center, and the house and stuff. But I'm gonna tell you how to use them. What you can do is always try to get the marketplace first, donkeys with it, and let's see, the merchant transport, and this guy. Pretty much, you wanna try to stay away as much as you can from the academy, the fortress, and the armory until you're about. You can get the armory at level 10 and above. I recommend getting it at about level 13, 14. And fortress, don't get it until you're level 20. And the academy, probably get it at about level 10. Now, so what happens is the market, it's good because you might have like too much of one resource at one time, and you can sell it and trade it. Like if you don't have enough or like gold, you can trade your food, get some gold and stuff like that. The donkeys, they're just like the merchant transport. They go, for example, we'll say this is your town center in game, and you'll build a market like over here. They'll travel all this way like boop boop boop, and they'll go over here, then they'll go back, and they'll give you money. It's unlimited resource of money. It's not as much as the gold mines, but the gold mines are limited. Most of them are like 3,000 gold, and if you're playing a really long match, usually it lasts me, but there are some matches where there's like only 3 or 4 spots, and like 2 of them are by the enemy, so you always run out of gold, and then you can't build up an army. Yeah, like I said, that's why you need donkeys. And the merchant transport, instead of going to the town center, will go from one dock to another. So, oh yeah, you can also play this game co-op with other people, and you can do PvP and scrimmage. Now, in co-op, you guys will like be really close to each other. PvP, it'll just be like kind of a regular game. But if you do co-op and you have a dock, like over here, and we'll say your friend has a dock like over here, you can send one merchant transport from your dock to his. And the same thing goes for the donkeys, you can do the same thing. Now, I'm going to show this to you later on in game, but right now I'm just going to kind of talk about some stuff. So, try to get the donkeys first and the merchant transport. Stay away from the academy, the armory, and the fortress, because the academy, unless you're gonna build a lot of guard towers, then you shouldn't get it, because it improves the kind of the damage. But it's only good after level 15 because it reduces the training time. Now the fortress, even I can't use it fully because I'm not like I didn't get any of these. But the fortress, it's a really good defensive thing, but it is also overpriced in material. And it's like you can only get like one unit, and you can get the other units from special items. So do not get the fortress until you like level 20. Or if you got the special item so you can build the units, then you might want to get it. Now the armory, probably try to get it at like maybe after level 7, so you can at least spend some stuff on the upgrades. I only got these two because I mostly go like close combat. I don't use the horses or archery or anything. And you want the temple as soon as possible, because the people, the priests, they will heal, and they can also like take over people, so that's good, and houses and stuff. Now the upgrades are up to you depending on what you will do. Get whichever upgrades you want. Now in military, get this guy, probably the first thing you should get. Like as soon as you level up, you should get him, because I personally don't ever use spearmen. I use these guys when I was like level, when I was just starting off, and then I started using these guys a lot more. But you want them, and you might want to get the upgrade for spearmen so they have at least a fighting chance. Now the rest of this kind of depends up to you. Like I said, I'm a close combat guy. I don't like archery or horses. I just kind of have them in case the enemy has an army that these guys are good against. That's why I have them over there. Now the siege workshop is really good because these things just take out buildings in 2 hits instead of sending like 50 units at them. And these things, they just bombard everything. So now the economy. This part, you want to spend your points wisely, because for example, like let's see, I'm probably never gonna get the vault because I don't use it. I have a military right away, and I just kind of got this for fun. But you don't need boats that much, since there aren't that many sea maps unless you do like PvP games or something. But there aren't that many sea maps. There's a couple, but you should have some boats. If you don't want to get that many points in boat, you don't have to. You can put them into military or utility. But I would at least say to have this one, because without like all of these boats, they're not gonna damage them. Well, they're gonna shoot like one arrow, but that's not gonna do anything. This boat is a fighting boat, so have this. This boat is good against other boats, so if you don't want to spend too many, just get these 2 boats and this one for money and transport. So just these 3 boats, no more upgrades, pretty much kind of what I'm doing, except I'm gonna start upgrading them soon. And if you really don't want to spend any points, just get this one. Yeah, well, you need this one for some missions, so these 2, because you can't do a mission without them. Like you can't do a sea mission without a warship boat. So there you go. And then it depends. Like you should probably get only one of these because the animals in the bushes, they're a limited food resource. So like the food will run out, and then these things are like, I only got one because in the beginning I use it, and then my people get food faster, so I can build it up. But try to put as many as you can into farms. And wood. Now gold, I don't put it in, and stone, I recommend don't even use it unless you build a lot of guard towers, and there's like one more thing that requires stone. Just leave it. You can buy it from the market, that's what I usually do. Gold, I didn't put anything in because gold is limited, and like I don't want it to run out too fast, but it would be good to have one of them in. And like wood, try to get one in wood so you can get the wood faster, because there's like large woods like this times 10. So, and try to get like 1 or 2 into farms. But that's pretty much it. I guess this is my first video. I'm gonna talk about the end game and focus on that next. Thanks for watching. I'm Peter. I'll see you next time. Oh, and comment on the things I missed that you want me to